We like movies to end with our champion or our hero riding off into the sunset. We like to read, and they lived happily ever after. Well, on what we call Good Friday, this didn't seem like a happily ever after moment. Jesus gives up the spirit. He dies on the cross, and he's buried in a tomb. And he said, "It is finished." And he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. We like our champions to be victorious, to escape from harm and peril relatively unscathed. But here on the cross, we hear Jesus say, "It is finished." It's not just saying, "I'm undone, it's over. Just kind of wrap me up and put me in a tomb." No, that's not what he's saying. Tetelestai is not like that. He's crying out, "It has been accomplished. It has been fulfilled. I'm not undone. Not woe is me. But I've accomplished this." Can you imagine? That just sounds so different because it is different. And this is where English often fails us. Because you can say the same thing. It's finished. Okay, I've accomplished it. No, in Greek, it's so much more powerful. I mean, he's up there dying and he's saying to all of us, "It's been accomplished." Well, what's been accomplished? Your salvation. It means you get to give your life to Christ and live with the purpose of God in your life. It's been accomplished. It's been fulfilled, that your eternity has been secure. It's not woe is me. It's been accomplished. That's what he's saying on the cross. It's been accomplished. I'm going to save you. By this shed blood, this mission has been fulfilled in your presence. That's what it is. Number one, he has faithfully carried out the mission, even though it's been painful and he's been persecuted his entire 3.5 years of his adult public ministry. That's number one. Number two, who's doing the finishing? If you go to a marathon and there's a spectator and they're at the finish line and the last person crosses and they turn to somebody, "Oh, it's finished, it's over." That's very different than the first race runner who crosses that line and runs across through the tape and says, "It's been finished." That's a very different finish. It's one thing to look and say, "Yeah, it's over," right? Go home. I watched this. It's another thing to be a part of it. So what are they saying? What was being finished? Well, the mission. It's been accomplished. And who's doing the finishing? That's really important. Well, we already know the mission, your salvation, my salvation. John 3:16. John 14:6, "I'm the way, the truth, and life. No one comes to the Father except through me." What was accomplished and who was doing the accomplishing? This verse cannot be understood without knowing those two things. Well, we know what it was, his mission, and who it was, the Messiah. It is the Messiah, God the Son, who is doing the accomplishing. And when he cries that out, when he declares that, it truly has been fulfilled. It is finished. Tetelestai, the work of man's redemption and salvation has been completed. A full satisfaction has been made according to the just standard of Almighty God. That is what was accomplished. It's not an "I'm undone" finished. Mission accomplished. I've done this for the sins of the world. One day when you and I bow our head in our final nod to death, I hope that we also can proclaim it's been finished. It is finished. Tetelestai. It's been accomplished. But my great fear is that the vast majority of believers, my overarching fear, you probably have heard me just in different ways, different terminology. Are you living the purpose for which God created you? Can you really say on that final day, Tetelestai, it's been accomplished? Don't live your life not knowing if you're going to be able to do it. It doesn't mean you're not going to heaven, because you're going to hear the Lord say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." But will you know on this side of eternity that I lived and died according to the purpose for which God created me?